Everybody to USUK Chronicles episode 1. This is a fantastic interview with Slay Duggee, the UK hardcore metal band who cover kids theme songs. This is weird and wonderful. It's a fantastic first episode. But please, the most important thing to come out of this interview is go check out Angus Rocks, 2 p.m. UK time, Sunday 25th of October, Hotbox Live. Go ahead, donate what you can for this wonderful little man. But until now, enjoy this interview.
I'm just going.
We're literally, Jamie will introduce, and we're just going to sit here. We got questions, we'll just chat. There's no, it's just really easy to go and laid back sort of thing.
Is it an hour?
It's however long you want it to be.
God, it might be here for ages if it's that. We did a podcast with a guy in America, and
awkward guy.
He was very awkward. He lost control within about 30 seconds, and it didn't go well for him.
What was it? Literally, you guys taking over?
Yeah, we just took over.
Brilliant.
There's lunacy that when you proceed to put the mask on. I'll break character in a second because these aren't masks really. They are actual heads.
Are they?
You just become this retarded character that just I don't know.
Just go dog. You just go full dog, don't you? Can you do a Google search? Where's the Google for it?
It's not. It's on my fucking hand. Right, I've got it. Right. So if I go to this, can I just go?
I'm loving the professionalism. It's great.
I know. Tell me, right?
Oh, there we go. That's nice, right?
Beautiful. Yeah.
So what's good about this photo is Ozzy Osbourne, the drummer, is just behind Ricky Bow Wow's head, so you can't see him.
Yeah.
Which I think is a bit annoying for him because it's our press photo now.
You can't hide the drummer.
That'll be fine. I love it. It's beautiful. I thought we were getting a show to begin with then.
Wait, I'm going to put some in here as well. What? Yeah, sorry about the chairs are a bit squeaky, but we'll try and sit still.
It shouldn't pick up on that.
It's all good, my friends.
Don't worry about it. Honestly, boys, we're good. We're easy. So don't worry.
Wonderful. Are you ready?
Yeah, have you got that theme tune or something?
No, I just do a little speech and
it all gets edited later.
I sort it all out later.
Podcast that are coming back with the name of. There you go.
Yeah.
That's good. That's the new theme tune.
One of them's from Birmingham, the other one's from Cheltenham.
Jamie and Tom's podcast.
He's got a pink water bottle behind him in his kitchen. And the other guy's got nerdy stuff.
Yeah, damn straight.
Oh, I love it.
Red Dwarf.
Power Rangers.
Friends box set.
Red Dwarf,
Series 7 and 8.
In his opinion, they're the best.
Jamie, rein it in.
No, I'm too much fun. Right, let me do this intro and we'll get going. Compose yourself, boy.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen and animals alike, we've got wonderful guests with us today. Let me speak as a parent and a metal fan when I say there is nothing worse than being forced to listen to songs you hate from kid shows on repeat. When you just want your kids to be as cool as you and listen to metal. Well, in come today's guests. They are the Lords of Toddler metal. From Slay Duggee, we have Black Shuck and Ricky Bow Wow.
Hello.
Welcome to the show, guys. Thank you so much for coming on.
A pleasure. We didn't get the care package. You were supposed to send us a rider.
Oh, I must have lost in the mail.
10 assorted sticks. We were supposed to arrive first class, so it hasn't turned up. So we're a bit grumpy.
I'll have a word with posting.
Yeah, it's just your fault.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine. We'll deal with that afterwards. I can't believe they didn't get there. I sent that a few days ago.
It's what we get for using Hermes.
Yeah. We did chase a couple of the postmen away, though.
That's true.
Which is, just one of our traits, really. You can't really get
exactly.
toast. That's the problem.
Being a singer in a hardcore band, obviously Ricky Bow Wow's got one of the loudest barks.
Actually, no, it's the loudest bark in the world.
Yeah.
It's official. Guinness Book of Records. Don't check it. It's there. But yeah, the loudest bark in the world.
Really?
I believe
the longest bark in the world as well.
Did you want to give us a sample or?
No.
Do you not? You sure?
I don't need to. You could just look it up.
Imagine it. Imagine the loudest.
Ready. Hold on a minute. Ready. Pause. Right. Silence. Now imagine the longest, loudest bark you've ever heard. Wait for it. Still going. Still going. Wait. That's it. That's the longest, loudest bark you've ever imagined.
That was that's blown me away.
My ears are still ringing.
Well, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. That's why I don't do them really, unless we're in like proper sanctioned settings with the right protection.
Well, we're actually sponsored by Ed's Kids ear protectors, which we have for our audience at gigs. So best to put those on. Then you can do it, right?
Well, yeah,
we're not insured to do it without them.
Yeah. Plus, this is a Shure SM58, one of the greatest microphones of all time, but it's plugged into it's not plugged into a PA or an amp, and I just don't want to blow up the sound recorder, the input in audio interface with the bark. It's
very responsible.
I just try and make sure that everyone's safe at all times.
One of Ricky Bow-Wow's live secrets actually is the mic's not plugged in.
Don't need to plug it in because the loudest, longest bark in the world.
Did it cause tremors?
It's been known to cause seismic activity, but they're more of like a constant rumble. They're not tremors. It's like, it's not an earthquake. It's not a tremor. It's a weird vibration between the tectonic plates.
Okay, yeah.
I thought that was like Teddy Wall Street's diet that caused that.
Yeah, that adds to it. But they are earthquakes and tremors.
Oh,
they
okay,
are,
yeah.
And also nuclear waste. That's our bass player. He's a bear.
He's in charge of the low end rumble.
That was
And
good.
he doesn't actually. Again, his bass isn't plugged in. He uses his bottom to create those bass notes.
Generally, just natural vibrations, sympathetic resonance, I think he calls it.
Yeah.
But no one's
P808
sympathetic. Yeah.
from behind.
P8 what?
808.
Yeah, 808. And cause some sympathetic resonant trembles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We've actually been auditioning for a new bear for the band, which is our special guest that we've got today.
Yeah.
But
Shreddy Ruxpin.
Shreddy Ruxpin.
Oh,
He's,
brilliant.
He's you might look at him and you might think,
He's in a K-hole right now.
He is. Well, we found him down Southend seafront earlier in this state.
He's on a lot of horse tranquilizer.
He was
Is that always asleep, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's not asleep.
Shall we hear him? Shall we have a listen?
Yes, let's do it.
The three escaped prisoners.
Oh, he's tripping. He's
tripping.
Oh my god.
He's
Shreddy Ruxpin. This is a bit mad. I think he's gone on a bit of a Cradle of Filth sort of interlude vibe, hasn't he?
It might have been those mushrooms he ate.
Yeah. So yeah, Shreddy Ruxpin. He might be popping up at a few gigs soon.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be looking
If
for
we
it.
could open his eyes, if we could get his eyes open.
Yeah, he is addicted to drugs.
Why'd you let him in then? Why did you let him tour with you?
Just hang out. You know, Kid Rock had Joe C. the Dwarf.
Yeah.
We're hanging out with him, rapping Dwarf. We're gonna have Shreddy Ruxpin, the K-hole teddy bear.
Yeah.
Awesome. I look forward to it.
About my height and very smart.
Oh, yeah.
Big Ed. Well, you've got to add an extra element to the show,
Yeah.
the live show, and that's what we've been working on during lockdown, is crafting our live show to be even more appealing. It's already the most appealing rock show, and another Guinness World Record as the biggest triangle pit in the world at a Slay Duggee gig, and the first ever as well.
First ever and biggest. Have you guys ever seen the Triangle Pit?
No.
Metal gig? Or what about a trapezoid pit?
No.
You've got to be really careful with those. They get really, really complicated. But
they get quite tough at one end, but then they end out there.
well, that's it. Yeah, it can be dangerous at the points, can't it?
It can be.
Down the hypotenuse, pick up a lot of speed.
Yeah.
You pick up a lot of speed, then we get to the corner.
It's that right angle that people, they struggle with.
They trip up on it every time.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
I think we should try a paperclip pit. There's a few hairpins in there, but I reckon we're going to get some.
What about a Mobius pit with a bridge?
Ooh.
Figure of 8 Mobius pit with a bridge. That'd be amazing.
Yeah. Wouldn't people collide because they'd have to? I'm trying to think of a paperclip now. So wouldn't they go round
You'd have to
and
go
round
around
again?
like
Yeah,
it's
but then
not,
should they
and at the
collide?
end, it's just once.
How would they collide, though? How would they actually...
It wouldn't collide.
Isn't that a point of a pit, though?
No, well, it depends. You're getting a wall of death confused with a triangle pit.
The wall of
Mistake to
death.
make, I think.
The wall of death. They go bang. The pit.
Yeah, they do, yeah. That's what I'm thinking of, isn't it? Yeah.
You're
Okay.
thinking of open this
A circle.
F-sharp pit up.
Yeah.
Music starts. I want to see all you MF sharps coming together.
Yeah, but in circle pits, they run round, don't they?
What we're talking about is the circle pit, which is basically an aggressive conga line.
Obviously, we get people that aren't even old enough to stand at our gigs, so their parents are going to carry them. They're a little bit careful with them. So yeah, generally it's a bit more of a slow conga.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And there's a lot of confusion as well, because, kids are idiots. But, so are most metal fans.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know why. I don't know if people get fun out of running into each other and that sort of stuff. I don't understand. So that's just me. Anyway.
Talking about the gigs.
So
we've got an amazing gig coming up in 3 weeks' time. We're doing a charity gig, right?
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people have been comparing this to Live Aid, right?
Okay.
We're doing a gig for one child in a venue in Chelmsford. Just one child, audience of one. And it's this kid, Angus, who's amazing. He's quadriplegic in a walking frame.
Okay.
He has cerebral palsy, and we raise money for him. And what we're doing, this is going to blow your minds. Right? Hold on.
Hold on. Give it away now.
Hold on to the arms of your chairs. What?
I haven't got arms, but I'll strap myself in.
Are we going to keep? Well, no, I sent the press release out today.
Oh, okay.
So
fine.
yeah,
Then everyone knows.
are filling the whole venue up with 35,000 ball crawl balls. Right? Now, people say it's like Live Aid. I would say no. There was no ambition at Live Aid. Did they fill up Wembley Stadium with ball crawl balls?
No.
No, not I'm aware.
No.
What's
Exactly.
a ball
Geldof.
What is a ball crawl ball?
That's what I was going to ask.
Ball crawl ball. Like a ball pit ball.
Oh.
A ball pit ball. Like you get.
So it's just a ball.
Well, you get. No, it's not a ball. It's a specialist ball.
I'm googling it now. Ball crawl.
You know a ball crawl ball. You know ball
I know
crawl,
what ball
haven't
pit
you?
balls are, so I know what you mean.
Yeah. not a pit bull. Not a pit bull. That's a dog. We're talking about a ball pit.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, ball pit, but they're little tiny plastic balls, aren't they?
35,000.
So what the hell is a ball crawl ball?
Ball crawl. They call them ball crawls.
Do they?
Because you crawl through balls.
You dive into them.
Well, you can dive into them. You can crawl through them. They don't call them dive balls.
They call them dive balls.
Ball crawl balls. Ball crawl balls. Anyway, yeah, did Geldof fill up Wembley Stadium or Wembley Arena with them? No, he didn't.
Yeah, he didn't
No
have
ambition.
need. No.
He told Phil Collins that when he got to Philadelphia, it was going to be full of ball crawl balls. No, it wasn't, was it?
I hate Bob Geldof.
Oh, no, Geldof is terrible.
He's a cat boy. He loves cats.
He's all over the cats. Yeah, so this is going to be amazing. Hotbox in Chelmsford. Don't come because only Angus is allowed to watch this gig.
Yeah,
the whole gig is just for Angus.
Yeah.
But we're going to live stream it so everyone can watch what it looks like to have a mosh pit of one in a ball crawl.
Where's that going to
It's
be?
going to be amazing. The whole venue is going to be full.
And how can people watch this live stream?
They can watch it on the Hotbox website or Hotbox Facebook, and they can donate to Team Angus, which is
Shouldn't we
Angus's
do it
charity.
I know we shouldn't really be having these kind of meetings on this podcast, but shouldn't we do it somewhere where we could analyse that donation better? Maybe Twitch or something.
No, because they're set up for live streaming.
Oh,
They're set up for live streaming. They've got a 360 degree camera. I know you normally use 720 degree cameras. But,
yeah, well, you have to
that's
see
all
twice.
they've got. And yeah, it's going to be amazing. You can watch it. We're going to do a short set. Angus is going to probably be really confused and wonder why he's in a venue full of colourful balls, but it's going to be amazing.
By himself, yeah.
We're going to have a triangle pit of one.
Yeah, it's just someone walking around it, walking in a triangle.
Can you have one? Can you have a one corner triangle?
Well, it's just going to be someone standing there, then standing there, then standing there, then back to there.
You've got to imagine the negative space of the rest of the.
It's true. Maybe
like
we should join
guest
in.
out.
Just fill it full of ball crawl balls. Sorted.
Ball crawl balls, yeah.
Ball crawl
Ball
balls.
crawl
Oh,
balls.
it's ball crawl balls.
What do you call them? What do you call them?
Ball pit
What do you call them in
balls.
Birmingham?
Ball pits.
Balls.
What? What do you call them in Cheltenham?
Balls.
Balls.
Balls, yeah.
Got to be more specific.
We call it ball pit balls then.
Imagine if it was like 35,000 bowling balls and we got like a kid, that could be lethal.
That'd be horrendous.
ball crawl balls is not the term. Sure, it's ball pit balls, right?
Oh, ball,
No,
that's what I
because a
said,
ball pit ball's a
balls,
pit ball in a ball.
Ball pit ball.
Yeah.
That's
No,
that'd be ball pit, wouldn't it? Ball pit.
Pit ball.
That'd be ball pit ball.
Ball pit
Ball.
ball. Yeah.
What? Have you got any questions for us?
Yeah,
No,
We're trying.
we're trying to get in there.
well, you know.
Anyway,
We have CDs for sale. We have merch for sale.
These are in our shop.
what else you got there?
That's kids. That's our first album. Kids Love Metal. This
Which
is
they do.
which they do. Look at that. Oh, look at this. Actually, if I get this in the right place on the camera, and then take it away. Watch this. This is like David Blaine magic. Ready?
Wait.
Ready?
Bang!
Look at that. It's like the CD came up. Put that on TikTok.
Yeah. Really.
Put that on TikTok, right? And this
TikTok
is,
that.
This is good.
Put
one.
that on
This
top
one's
tick.
got, that one's got Baby Shark on it. Stick.
Is it?
The two best songs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the two best ones we've done. A bit. Yeah, we haven't done any better than that since. And that's our second album, which is good. This is my first metal album, and this one's got some good ones on it. It's Paw Patrol. That's good.
I like.
PJ Masks, Sleeping Bunnies. That one's good. Bear Hunt. Loads of good ones on that. So yeah, you can go get them on our website. Two amazing albums, or on Spotify.
Oh,
You
Kids
do the
Love
plugs at the end, do we? It's all sorted.
They're on
Yeah.
YouTube as well.
You've pretty much answered everything. Well, near enough. No, I'm joking. So, what have you guys been doing during lockdown then?
Nothing.
What have you been doing? Anything interesting, anything fun?
Ball crawl balls.
Fun.
Yeah, well, the problem with ball crawl balls is you got to rent them individually. So imagine
Oh
finding
my
35 of them, 35,000 from all different places. The logistics are insane.
Different countries?
35,000 ball crawl balls.
Well, they're handcrafted.
Well, bear in mind,
Yeah.
I didn't know that it was called ball crawl balls, so I wouldn't have found any.
Well, maybe I would have. Maybe that's why it took so long to get 35,000. They're all off of Etsy. They're all made by small batch ball crawl crafts people.
Yeah.
Based where?
How many children were harmed in the creation of this?
We don't talk about it, but they did. Some did turn up wet with tears.
In our attempt to do good with one child, we've probably done quite a lot of harm to many children. Is what you're saying?
Well, yeah, but we don't talk about them. They're
But not directly.
It's that way. All the good for Angus. Angus is
True.
Angus is awesome. He's the most heavy metal person in the world.
So done that for
It's
Angus.
all for him.
Angus.
It's all for a good cause. So,
Exactly.
Kids in the sweatshops making the ball crawl balls for Angus' fault, really.
Just let him live his life. He's awesome. Angus is awesome.
Yeah.
So take us back, guys. Where did this wonderful idea come from?
Well, so you guys have clearly got children, right? You've got children.
I do.
You've got children. So you
nope.
down there. I don't know where you are on your one, but guy with the hat doesn't have children.
Nope.
You have. When did you have your children?
My eldest is 15 and my youngest is 3. So.
Okay, so you would have heard the Stick song, right?
Oh God, yeah, I love the Stick song.
Stick song when it came out.
Oh yeah.
Basically, we were talking about the Stick song, and I said to Black Shark, someone should do a heavy metal version of this, and then we did that.
It was, you know, when the universe, everything lines up perfectly. Ricky Bow Wow said at about 3 p.m. I think we found a band, put a band together, recorded it, made a video, put it out on the Sunday. So that was on the Friday. What was it? 72 hours. And then Mr. Steve Lamacq himself on Six Music played it. And we sold 9 T-shirts in one day. So
That's
from
amazing.
not having a band to then having a band and being on the radio and selling T-shirts in 3 days.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
That is incredible.
How did you discover
I
it?
think Simon Cowell does it quicker.
Yeah.
Simon Cowell will do it. He'll record them, get them out, take all their money, and then file them and get them addicted to heroin.
Yeah, the heroin
within
first
12
thing
hours.
So there's the heroin first,
It does not mess around.
and then by the end of by the time they're addicted to heroin, he's already sacked them.
You're talking about heron, but like the birds. We're not talking about drugs.
So how did Steve Lamacq hear the song?
He's a big Slay Duggee fan.
He loves
He
heavy
loves
metal.
Slay Duggee. So he just kept
before the
googling,
band existed. He loved the band. Like,
googling Slay Duggee, Slay Duggee, Slay
oh, when's
Duggee.
it going to be a band? When's someone going to do Slay Duggee as a band? And then like that, perfect timing. He went, oh look, there it is. Put them on.
Yeah, he was on the toilet one day, and he was just just one last check, one last Google, fantasy search, ding, Slay Duggee, and then
They've done it. Someone has done it now.
his eyes turned to hearts, and his ears turned to hearts, and then he played it, and then we actually went to Steve Lamac's house in London, at the BBC house.
Yeah.
And we
Wogan House.
Wogan House.
Wogan
We
House.
called it back one day.
Yeah.
And we did a session for him as well, which was quite exciting. So we
That's
did a live
amazing.
session, live on the radio.
Basically in an office as well. The drums were set up in the printer room.
Yeah, it was, yeah. I think there's a fax going off next to me.
It's insane. You must not have imagined when you had this idea to just do this cover of Stick, it would blow up to the point where you now have 2 albums, you're doing gigs, everything like that.
Yeah.
There was no plan.
There was no plan.
That's the best things, isn't it, when they happen by mistake?
Yeah. I don't know, either of you guys been in bands before?
Yes.
It's shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Delayed
It's
beat.
Stick. He said
I'll-
Stick.
I said
I'll
stick.
beep.
They're stick, aren't they? It's bad, isn't it? It's not an enjoyable experience. It's tough. You play to like 6 people and a dog.
I've done a gig to one person before.
I've done
Well, actually, we're going to do that again in 3 weeks. But this time it's on purpose.
I've done a gig to literally the other band on the tour, and even the bar staff went out for a cigarette during our set.
Wow.
So,
We don't have that trouble in Slay Duggee. Our first gig, we sold out in 3 hours. Since
It's insane.
Crawford Arms, which is our spiritual home now because they do the best stick rider.
they do.
Him got a barbecued stick last time. They found it from a hedge fire.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's like, I mean, that's primo. That was like Michelin quality stick. But we sold out the Crawford Arms twice in one day as well, which
That
was
is
amazing.
insane.
Really good.
Yeah. So that it was, you know, it's nice vibes. We've sold out every gig except for one, I think, which was good.
Yeah.
So how did you all meet?
Just out and about.
There's not that many heavy metal dogs around actually.
Yeah.
Like most dogs like
We met-
Baha men.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's
stuff like that.
that's pretty much how we met. We were the dancers for the video, the Baha Men video, basically.
Yeah.
And we were stunt dogs on that. And then, you know, I was wearing an Iron Maiden t-shirt, and you were wearing, I think, a Black Sabbath t-shirt. But this is before we had to get into our dog thing for the Baha Men.
Had to wear
Before
those
they
mankinis.
let us out, we were talking about heavy metal, and then we were just, and then we never saw each other again until the Stick song.
So where did the idea for dressing up as dogs come from then? Or you've always
What?
been dogs?
Well, we're always dogs. and
Dressing up
actually,
as what?
If you don't, if you're a dog and you're not wearing clothes, that's disgusting.
I don't blame the dog or the strays. I blame, but the dogs and owners, and if their owners aren't dressing them, then that's just cruel because they're walking around with their
They're
bits
red
out.
rockets out.
Yeah,
Bits and
their
pieces,
lipstick
yeah.
comes out, doesn't it?
And so
You
many,
can't
so
keep blaming.
many
There's loads of naked dogs walking around. Of course, your lipstick's going to come out.
8 nipples. A lot to cover up, isn't it? There's a lot that someone can see, like with 8 nipples.
Yeah,
That's hard. Like there's slipping out everywhere.
it just
But you know, some beaches they're all right. You know, like if you go to a nudist beach, that's fine. Take a naked dog. Other times,
Agree.
dogs, please wear clothes.
yeah. Owners, clothe your animals.
You've been told.
Not fair.
Exactly. And
No.
you think like how sensitive a dog's nose is, right?
Mm.
Like if
Yeah.
if there's a dog with a naked anus in our vicinity, like that smell is just too intense.
It's not.
It's too intense for us.
Straight in.
Yeah,
No
it's-
questions
oh,
asked.
yeah, it could go straight in the nose. You need some,
Yeah.
some sort of
Barrier.
filter.
Just a little
Yeah,
barrier.
cloth filter.
So
Carbon.
how did the dogs meet a bear?
Oh, he just showed up one day.
Yeah, he thinks it's a dog actually.
Yeah, he's got
It's a bit weird.
frontal lobe damage. He's also probably a serial killer as well.
Well, yeah, we don't want to tell him he's not a dog basically because we've seen him when he's angry and it's dangerous.
want
You know what, a bear before hibernation or when they're being very protective over their
Yeah.
bowl of snacks. You just got to watch it.
Yeah.
Don't rile him up. So please don't mention to Teddy
Yeah.
Wall Street.
It's bad, especially with working with kids now. We have to be really careful.
Yeah, I can imagine.
We had a lobster in the band for one day.
We did.
Did
have-
you?
Yeah, he said he was a sunburnt dog and he looked like it. Like in his profile picture. But then he turned up, and it was obvious like he had the antennae.
Secret internet lobster.
Yeah, antennae. He had all those arms. Didn't make him any better at guitar.
No.
And a carapace.
Well, I think it was purely down to him that we didn't get through on Britain's Got Talent.
Yeah. Oh, did we not mention going on Britain's Got Talent?
Hold on, you actually went on Britain's Got Talent?
Yeah. So our first gig, actually, we said our first gig was at the Crawford Arms. That's a lie. Our first gig was at the London Palladium in front of 3,000 people.
Oh, wow.
Which was amazing, but we just found out how doggist people are. Simon Cowell, he loves dogs. The others...
Simon Cowell was, give us a big yes, big thumbs up.
Really?
He was like, you're through. We'll get you your heroin.
Heroin in your contract. Right, just put your names on here.
Just write your name down there. We own you. Here's some heroin. And but Alicia Dixon, she didn't get it. Yeah, David Williams being all flamboyant and straight.
You know what Alicia Dixon thought it was? Scandalous.
So scandalous.
Yeah. He didn't like it. The racist one off of Little Britain, he didn't like it.
He did not like it.
Turns out he's racist and doggist.
Yeah, he hates dogs.
And okay, who was the other one? Oh, Les Dennis's wife. She didn't like it.
Amanda Holden.
She didn't like it either.
Yeah.
But and the crowd really didn't like it either. I think they all got whipped up into a frenzy. But the greatest thing, I think it's one of the best moments of my life, is stood on the front of the stage at the Palladium with 3,000 people booing. Simon Cowell was clapping, and he had egg mayonnaise on his cheek.
And he said to me, it's the best thing he'd seen all day. And as we were the last band on, or the last people on, we'd seen pretty much all of them. And yes, we were the best thing that anyone's seen all day. It was atrocious, wasn't it?
What song did you perform?
Who was that orange man that we met? The one off of Catchphrase.
Yeah.
Who's the orange guy from Catchphrase?
Mr. Chips.
Not Mr. Chips. Mr. Chips.
Oh, Stephen
Mulhern.
Yeah, Stephen Mulhern. Yeah, he didn't like.
He was a good sport to an extent, but we upstaged him definitely.
He didn't like being humped. He really.
I suppose Britain's Got Talent's too commercial though, guys. So they just don't appreciate good music.
It was a nice little day out. It wasn't actually. It was the worst. It was. You know when you go to A&E?
Yes.
And you just sit there all day.
Yeah.
It was that, but with loads of people singing badly around you, trying a bit
and crying
and trying to be and doing talent.
You just wait there. It's like someone with a clipboard comes past, and you're like, "Is it my go next?" And they just go, "Oh, we're going," and then they come back 2 hours later. Yes.
The best thing that there was, the best thing about it, unlimited chips.
That was
so many chips.
Stephen Mulhern ordered that. So I'm not doing it unless Mr. Chips is there. They heard him wrong. They thought it was chips he wanted.
Infinite chips, yeah.
Which song did you play?
Oh,
we did Walking in the Air.
Which is our Christmas song.
Here's how X has Got Talent works, because we had to audition for America's Got Talent and France's Got Talent, or Français avec l'incroyable talent, or whatever. All right, so what they do is they say, "Can you come on our show and play Baby Shark?" And you say, "Yes, we can come on your show and play Baby Shark." 3 weeks later, they say, "Can you do another song?" And you say, "No." And they say, "But we can't get the license for Baby Shark." Then we give them all their songs, and then they say, "Oh, can you do an original?" And we said, "No, we don't do originals. We do heavy metal versions of children's songs."
Yeah.
And then it just goes crazy. We did an audition, didn't we, with Fred Durst? It wasn't really Fred Durst. It was a bloke who looked like him from America's Got Talent. And basically the plan was, because they couldn't do any. Well, they wanted us, but they didn't want to pay us to go to LA, because like 5 dogs, it's a lot, isn't it? You got to get the cages on the plane, special conditions, transatlantic. Yeah. You got to keep it warm, and there's the rider demands, the amount of sticks they've got to put in and stuff like that. Basically, it's a nightmare. But then they decided, we could just do it on Zoom, yeah. And I don't think anyone wants to see 4 millionaires sit in their mansions looking really rich, telling people they're rubbish in their kitchens, do they?
No, exactly.
So they decided not to do it in the end, and then Francis Got Talent. We just gave up on them, didn't we?
Do you know what? The problem is, I think a lot of people want to be famous, And so they're so used to like telling people like who are auditioning for the show, oh, do this, and people just do it.
Yeah.
And then they come to us and we're like, well, no, we're not going to do it. And they are just kind of like shocked and they don't know what to do they?
That's it. They said, can you crawl on all fours onto stage or so? We said, no, we're bipedal dogs.
Yeah.
We do not crawl. And they're like, but dogs crawl. It's like, no, dogs don't play guitar either, but we've evolved.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you like, you do it because it's the experience of doing it. But then when you think back, you're like, maybe we probably should not have done it.
Yeah.
It's like we just fed into that horrible world of like exploiting people's dreams. Like there was people like going back to this Britain's Got Talent thing. There were people there that it was like their whole life depended on this audition and this moment, and they were kind of just herded around like cattle and just chucked into like holding pens, and they were called the holding pen. Like it was just. And can you go stand over there and look tired, or can you go stand over there and smile, but don't make any noise? Look like you're chatting. So you're like,
and all these people come back. You know, like when you go to the swimming pool, there's a flume, like a slide.
Yeah.
Basically, you've got a slide going out that's lubricated with people's tears. It goes into the bin outside.
Yeah.
So they just get on that, cry, slide out into the bin, and then that's it. Back into the streets of Soho, and that's why there are so many prostitutes and drag addicts in Soho.
So did you guys get approached for that then, or did you apply for it?
Well, here's a little TV secret. There's not auditions. They just find people and they just say, "Do you want to come on Britain's Got Talent?"
Yeah.
Really?
People don't go.
People don't go on for it.
There's no like. There's probably an email you go, if you want to be on next series. It goes to an email address that never gets read. They've got researchers that just contact people that have put videos on Facebook or YouTube and they've got a bit of a following already. And then they just like go, oh, well, if we can get them on, they'll use their social media to get people watching the show. Oh, I'm going to be on this week. Oh, I'm going to be on this week. And then they tell you, like, didn't they? We never got on the actual show, but they were like, oh, yeah, you're on next week. You're on next week. You're on next week. And then on the week we were meant to be on, who comes on dressed as dogs performing rock music or music?
Anton Deck.
Anton Deck.
He's not a real ant.
They literally just ripped off they ripped off Slay Duggee, and then didn't put us on the show. They just took. It was exactly.
We were on the show for half a second once on one of the little stings of what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, this is an industry secret. Ant is not a real ant. We met him. He's not exactly man-sized, but he's definitely not ant-sized. And I think the whole rumor about him having an exoskeleton is a lie.
Great.
Yeah, and
he can't carry 20 times his own weight either.
No, certainly. But yeah, he was interesting.
I tell you what, though, Deck carries him a bit, though.
Oh!
Deck's more talented and not an alcoholic.
Shot fired.
But he definitely he's done really well to come back from all those that drinking and stuff.
He had a bit of a haunted look on his face when the cameras were off. It's like he was a robot. He was like a robot that went. You know when RoboCop has to sit down and have his baby food in the chair. Yeah. It was like when the camera's on, Deck has to go back into his baby food chair. Recharge, and then the cameras come out and he's like springs back up like, oh hi.
He's just sat there shaking.
So here's how Got Talent works. Is
people with no talent get invited onto a TV show to get their dream crushed in front of a live studio audience, and then get their dreams crushed again when it's put out on TV to millions of people.
Yeah, it's so weird that because they approach you and then go, well, you're shit, so no, off you go.
Exactly. This is how it works. So you've probably seen our Baby Shark video, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's got about 30 million views or something, which is pretty good.
It's amazing, yeah.
That's impressive.
Baby Shark, we love it. Come and play Baby Shark. But don't play Baby Shark. Play another song that's going to be as good. And don't play that. Anyway, we got to play hardcore, and Ricky Bow Wow, the loudest bark in the world, got to bark in front of 3,000 confused pensioners at the Palladium. And, that was worth it. And that was it. We never saw the lobster again.
Yeah, the lobster didn't come back.
Right. Amanda Holden really didn't like the lobster.
She's like, why is there a lobster on stage? We're like, well, we don't know either.
She couldn't handle it. She's like, why is there a lobster?
He followed us.
It was for me. It was one of those experiences that we've done it, but if it mattered, then it would have been hell.
Yeah.
But because it was just like, well, we could just do it.
The only thing I'm sad about is I wanted the photo. I just want a photo of us on stage. So
yeah, they didn't give us any of the rushes, nothing, which is I think a bit harsh.
I've
Like,
got one photo.
Memory of it.
One photo with Black Shark and Ricky Bow Wow with Stephen Mulhern post-humping with him trying his hardest to smile.
You can see his makeup running as well.
He is honestly, he's like 50 or something.
He's cased in makeup.
1 inch of foundation all over him, his whole body. It's like, honestly, he could go to space and be all right.
Yeah. He didn't get COVID purely because he's just got a face mask built into of makeup. He can't penetrate his skin. You know, in Goldfinger, when they paint the woman gold and she dies. That's how he should be dead.
Beige finger.
Beige finger.
At night they crack it off him and it's like a beige Easter egg with his. Of it.
It's like, you know, when you get you see those people with full body cast and then they carve them out of it and they just step out of it like that.
Yeah.
Body cast of foundation.
Like a mummy.
It's like a snake shedding its skin. Mulhern, he just gets a little bit bigger each day. Grey underneath it. Yeah. You see, like they've been going on about all the rivers being polluted and stuff in England, right?
Yeah.
Have you noticed the rivers have been getting worse since Stephen Mulhern's been on telly?
So is TV.
It's TV, but the rivers, like honestly, there's so much foundation in the rivers now. That's why you get brown trout. All the trout were rainbow trout before. now it's just brown trout in all the rivers.
Beige trout, yeah.
Yeah, beige trout. Yeah, that's not mud at the bottom and silt. It's like actual foundation. See, there's whole deltas coming out of the Thames now.
Just bathing in it.
Beige deltas.
So, were you in?
Go find a lamppost. Should we stop for a second? I shall carry on. I'll just carry on.
Go for it.
So were you in any other bands before?
Have you asked any questions yet?
Well, we're trying. But we love it because there's people listening to us on the show anyway. So the interview is mainly about you guys. So we like it.
Amazing. You got the two best ones as well. Ozzy Osbourne and he's funny. He's a funny guy. He lives down the road.
Yeah.
Teddy Wall Street's not allowed to talk, and Teddy Wall Street can't talk. He's just not banned from talking. And Mötley Crüe's the guitarist. He's just really nice and earnest. And you get him on, he'll tell you the real stuff.
Words here to have fun. So
yeah. It gives too much away. He'll take you behind the curtain. Wisdom.
Okay. Behind the dog.
Exactly. Yeah. So anyone got any questions? Send them to Mötley Crüe on Instagram. He'll tell you the real stuff.
Cool. Will do.
So were any of you guys in other bands before Slay Duggee?
Oh yeah, loads of bands. But you know, like. That's like, you know, when you're a dog and you're in a band with humans, there can be all sorts of frictions, you know, like things like work ethic, stuff like that. You know, like a 1 hour practice, that's 7 hours for a dog. That's a long time, isn't it? So people are like, oh, let's have a practice for 3 hours. No, that's 21 hours.
I've lost all my day there.
Crazy. So, you know, it's very difficult in like career progression and stuff. You know, things got to happen a lot quicker with a dog.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you can be in a band and break up with the band like within like 1 day.
I imagine you get petted a lot as well.
Petted a bit, yeah. No, it's a bit humiliating, like signing sessions and stuff. So yeah, I mean, we've all been in a lot of bands, but don't really like to talk about them.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to talk about them, you know. Really, isn't it?
I was friends with
it gives too much away.
I have been friends with the British Sea Power Brown Bear and Polar Bear in the past as well, which was very nice. They're awesome. You know, like that's the only good bit about British Sea Power, isn't it?
I've never listened to them.
You've never listened to them?
Nope. I know who they are, but
they're good. They got a polar bear. It's really fun, and he comes out and everyone cheers and gets really excited.
Was it like Eddie with Iron Maiden, but just
he's very much like Eddie? Yeah.
Imagine being in a band where the only thing that gets people cheering is a polar bear.
No. Actually, one of my Black Shark claims to fame when we were headlining a festival, I played the air raid siren. That was good. So, you know, start with an air raid siren, get everyone hyped up, bring the bear out on the end. Brilliant. We've just
gimmicks,
the whole show. Well, we're going to get that gimmick with the balls, but apart from that,
It's just pure rock and roll.
Yeah, exactly.
So what bands influenced you? Like, are your favourite sort of bands to listen to?
I'd say Eat Dirt are the best band by far. Just a major influence. The stinger in Eat Dirt is
terrible.
No, he's probably got. I'd say if he was a dog, he'd have the loudest.
Rick Human,
I said if he was a dog, he'd have the loudest.
As a human, he's got the loudest, longest scream, shout.
Human bark, yeah. He's got the loudest human bark.
Eat Dirt is good advice for dogs. It's very good for your digestive system.
It is, yeah. Well, you know, they say don't wash your vegetables.
Well, I wash it gets smelly if you don't wash them.
No.
Oh, I thought you were talking about something else.
I'll have to check out Eat Dirt now. Then I think that might have to be done later.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think he's a great vocalist. I mean, he's nothing on me. You know, he's good. Yeah. And the band are all right, I guess.
I don't know. They're not as good as dogs, really.
No, well, that's the thing. Like, they're not dogs.
The drummer looks like R2-D2 made out of ham.
That's all I'm going to see now. I want to see that.
But one of the guitarists doesn't get on with him because he's a vegan.
Oh, yeah.
He hates him out of ham.
I can imagine dogs hate me.
It's like someone's made a dustbin out of ham and put it behind the drums.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
They're fun. Yeah, I mean, everyone's been in bands and stuff, but none as amazing as Slay Duggee.
Oh, well, yeah, that's the thing. I think none as I'm going to say, instantaneously popular.
No.
It's not being, like, arrogant or anything. It just happened to be popular quite quickly.
It took 3 days and you're on the radio. You can't really...
They fail fast, don't they? Honestly, we always say this. It's Steve Lamac's fault, right? So, like, we did the thing, put it out. It was popular, but if Steve Lamac hadn't played it, we probably wouldn't have continued. It just would have been just fun. Break up, just go back and be normal dogs somewhere else again, chase some sticks and stuff.
Yeah.
We did that, and then we said, what song do you want? And he said Sarah and Duck, so we went and did Sarah and Duck. Slightly less popular, and carried on less popular. But, he kept playing the songs, so we kept doing them, and then Baby Shark came along. That was a sleeper. It'd been out for 6 months, and then one day...
I said, let's do it.
Yeah.
But you guys went, why? And I said, do it. And it went.
So we did Baby Shark. We did it before Leo, even though Leo got all the praise for it. But we did it before Leo, and we put it out, and then, it's middling. But then one day, Unilad, I think it was, and Music Live shared it. Yeah. 30 million.
Unbelievable.
That's more people than live in Europe.
Would you would you ever go back and do like older kids songs?
We have
TV
done.
Wow! Look out! Album 3's coming.
Well, album 2 we've done that.
Oh yeah, look, album 2. So let's have a look on the camera, shall we?
Let's do it.
Maybe tomorrow from Littlest Hobo. There, number track
14. Yeah.
I don't remember Littlest Hobo.
I don't remember that either.
Or Look Up.
And dogs can't look up either. Maybe tomorrow. And actually, we couldn't get that license, so I had to get in contact with the guy that sung it, and had a lovely chat with him. So that was good. And what else we got on here? You Got a Friend in Me? That's,
yes, from Toy Story. Yeah.
From the Toy Stories.
That was awesome. I watched that earlier. Listened to that earlier.
That's a fun one. I can't remember what else we got on there, but there's a Pinball Number Count from Sesame Street.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. You know that?
Yeah.
The pinball song.
I didn't
1,
watch
2,
Sesame
3, 4,
Street.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That one was that was good. And what have we got on the other one? Where's the other CD?
No, that's all new.
That's all new stuff. That's all new stuff. So on the
Oh no, I Am a Shape. That's quite.
I Am a Shape. Yeah, it's a big classic. So on the new album, you've got a few older ones. A lot of people request stuff like Thundercats, and we say, well, what's it for? This is a song for an adult. It's not a song for a kid. Yeah. So let's keep it for kids. Yeah.
Fair point.
Yeah. We're not reliving your youth. Like with your Funko Pops on your shelf and stuff.
Nothing wrong with those.
Are there any songs that you really? No.
Yeah. What have you got?
Which ones have I got? Which one? They're Blue Ranger from Power Rangers.
Yeah. Well, funnily enough, I was discussing with Motley Crue earlier. Sent me the guitar solo from Power Rangers.
Oh, please, that would be unbelievable.
I don't know. It might
It
be.
is a jam, man. That is a good song.
It is, but the thing about Power Rangers and Pokemon, we're both awesome. And Thundercats, they're all pretty rocky already.
Yeah, but
So it's better taking the you know, something that's like a bit twinkly and soft and make it aggressive. So yesterday, someone on Twitter said my kid wanted to listen to music in the car, and we searched Sarah and Duck, and then Slay Duggee came on, and he said,
Amazing.
he said he was so happy. He didn't know about Slay Duggee, and he was happy because he was just expecting to have like Sarah. I can't remember what it was.
Sarah and Duck.
So yeah, so he must have been happy in his car. That's good. So yeah, stuff that isn't already heavy, but yeah, maybe Power Rangers.
Because you could do both like a breakdown, because it's just it's just plain vocals, isn't it? There's no screaming or shouting. You could put like breakdowns and stuff in it. Not that I'm telling you what to do. Do you know what I mean?
How'd it go, Tom? How'd it go?
What was it? It's go Power Rangers, isn't it? So yeah.
I used to have that. I used to be in a band called Disco Bitch, and we used the sample of that on a song. It was really
Amazing.
good.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Are there any songs you've really wanted to do but just couldn't quite make it work and turn into a hardcore song?
Mainly just didn't make it work because of lack of effort. We've got a list of about 50 songs that are in various states of being thought about. But I don't know.
I don't know any of those songs. They don't share anything with me until it's like ready to go.
Basically, Black Shuck and Teddy Wall Street are in the lab getting stuff ready. But those songs.
I'm on the fringes, looking in.
Busy dog. He's a busy dog.
Doing other things. Got
That bark.
many irons in the fire.
All we got to do is just set the mic up wherever we are, whatever studio we're in. Phone him up, Ricky. Do your bark.
Bark. It don't even need the microphone.
Just pick it up. Put a little cone around the microphone and hold it in the right direction.
So there been any that you don't know what they are though?
Huh?
If you say you've won the fringes, so like you
start barking them.
yeah.
What songs would you like apart from Power Rangers, which is a very good one?
Off the top of my head, fuck.
Jamie, come on. Don't swear, Tom. It's rude.
Sorry, I apologise.
Jamie.
I would love to hear a hardcore version of Bing.
Bing.
Yeah.
Mate, Bing's got nothing. That's just an empty proposition. What do you want?
Just to hear you shouting those words, that's what I mean.
Come on, Sula!
Concentrate!
What is Bing? What is it anyway?
I can't actually think it goes off the top of my head now.
Bing's in purgatory. Is enslaved a sack. I don't know, what is it with...
It looks like Sad Sack
What?
from the... What's it? From the... What was it? What was Sad Sack from?
I don't know. Anyway, but Bing... in Bing, why do animals have pets as well? It's like Peppa Pig as well. Animals have pets, don't they? So Peppa Pig... Doesn't they have a pet chameleon or something? What sort of
They've
world
got a
is
pet
that?
hamster at some point.
It's like Planet of the Apes, isn't it? Where like animals have evolved to enslave other animals. It's dark. Kids shouldn't be watching that. And Bing's the worst. Bing's like the end of Lost, right? The last episode of Bing, you're going to find out they're all like in limbo. They've actually all been dead the whole time.
That is a theory. I've had that theory
Did
before.
you ever read that essay that girl wrote about Rugrats?
No.
I think I've heard about this.
Yeah,
it's all Angelica's nightmare or something.
All Angelica's nightmare, yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. to read it.
Yeah.
It's
Tommy
like,
and Chucky are really dead and stuff like that. It's
yeah,
fucking dark.
That's why Stu's in the basement always building toys because he's trying to like make up for his like something about like Tommy being gone or something like that. It's crazy. And Phil and Lil were stillborns or something. It's crazy.
Oh my days.
Yeah, it's really fucked up.
Someone did like a whole report on it, like and put it online. Like this must have been about 15 years ago now.
And the music from Rugrats was written by Devo, Mark Mothersbaugh.
Really? Dunno.
Yeah, amazing. Which is why it's awesome.
Useless bit of information there.
Oh. Devo, brilliant.
Where everyone was like, "Oh wow, that's
Oh
really
wow,
original.
yeah, thank you.
Thank you for telling us that, Black Shark. Oh, really cool.
So interesting.
So interesting. Love
Yeah.
that bit of knowledge there about. Yeah, great.
So we touched earlier about the gigs.
That's Devo, isn't it?
So we touched on it earlier about the
It's craft work. It is craft work.
It is craft work. I'm going to sing Whip It to you later and get the
Whip
birch.
it good.
Get the birch out.
No,
Crack that whip.
no, it's not. That's
Give
about
the dog a welt.
that song. Whip It is about a dog that he was in love with.
Oh yeah,
It
the
was a
Whip It.
Whip It.
Yeah, it's a greyhound racing song.
Oh,
You
Whip
must
It good.
When a dog comes along, it's a Whip It.
Whip It's a good.
So we were talking about your gigs that you've done earlier on and stuff like that. I've seen pictures from the kids dressed in corpse paint and everything. How do the kids react to it though? Because obviously, hardcore music's not something the average 3 to 5-year-old listens to.
They either absolutely love it, and I'd say 90% of them absolutely love it. 8% of them just stand there like, what the hell is this? And about 2% of them cry.
I was going to say, you've got to have some criers.
It's funny, like, you know, if you blow a whistle, right, a dog's going to react to it.
Yeah.
Kids just react as soon as they hear heavy metal. They don't know what it is, but it's in the nature. It's in the human nature. It's ingrained into metal. It's ingrained in children. As soon as they hear it, that's it. It's crazy time.
Yeah.
Right? Everyone's a metaler. Just parents try and shield their kids from metal.
Yeah. Like,
Which is
go listen to grime music or some other.
Oh, look,
rubbish.
here's Jay-Z's The Black Album on the Glockenspiel. Oh, it's really,
Do you know what? Weezer is a bit too intense. Let's play it on a xylophone. No, let's not play Weezer to our kids because we don't want them to get beaten up at school.
Are they ready for some Kasabian? Oh, calm down, Tarquin.
Please listen to Kasabian. He's worshipping the devil. No, the singer from Kasabian is a wife beater, so let's not. They shouldn't be listening to that guy.
no, absolutely not.
All about that.
Never.
I don't think my puppy, my first puppy, I don't think he'll ever forgive me because the first gig he ever saw was Kasabian.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I cried the whole time.
Yeah, when he was asleep. He was asleep.
I've seen Kasabian, and I was so unimpressed that I went on one of the roller coasters, and that was better. And I'm not a massive fan of those roller coasters that go upside down and just hang up there. And it was just better than Kasabian. But then it broke down. Right, this is a true story. The roller coaster broke down. I was upside down watching Kasabian because the music went off on the ride, so I could hear Kasabian. So I was upside down watching Kasabian on a broken roller coaster that I didn't even want to be on.
Can you think about how sensitive a dog's ears are?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
It must have been the worst day ever.
Yeah.
It's quite irresponsible in letting a dog go on a roller coaster, to be fair.
You think that, but it's Reading Festival. It's lawless, mate. Do what you want.
Very good point, actually.
Dogs getting free as well.
Yeah. Not a roller coaster. I have to pay £6 for that.
Yeah, £6. Yeah, dogs getting free to the festival.
Yeah. I've been stealing people's drinks though.
Yeah.
So
Do you know what's better, like for dogs, like Reading? Because you don't want to go to Leeds. You're not free to go wherever you want.
I liked that joke. I feel the only one that did like that joke, but I did like that joke.
All right. We get Ricky about.
He's giving up on that joke. That's enough.
We will never ever play Leeds Festival. Right?
So what's upcoming for Slay Duggee then? Obviously, once COVID and all that's gone away, what's next?
Well, let's talk about COVID, shall we? Created by cats.
Probably is, to be fair.
Cat coronavirus. Basically,
What?
cats. We all know cats are jealous of dogs, and I think at the start of this year, Slay Duggee had a good trajectory going on. We had some gigs booked in, big things were happening. We had a lot of energy behind us. No cat bands were doing well, were they?
No.
No cat
No.
band.
So
Well, in fact, the one cat-based musical event that happened was Cats the Film. It was the worst thing ever.
and a big blow to cat music as well. Keyboard Cat died this year as well.
Who?
Oh, he did? I forgot about
that. I think. Yeah. So
Something
that was
like
all,
that.
yeah. So Keyboard Cat died, and then basically, so we had some nice gigs booked. Things were going well. Got a bit of energy behind us, and then cat coronavirus just killed it. They just killed jealousy. They just released it, and that's it.
Yeah.
Stopped all the fun.
And that's the real conspiracy.
And that's a real conspiracy. So next year, maybe it's difficult. It's difficult to get bookings at the moment. because venues don't know when they're going to open. We are going to be announcing some shows soon. Hopefully, we'll finish our new album, but we just do it when we want, really.
Yeah.
Difficult times. But those cats, someone someone needs to have a word with them.
Fuck
It wouldn't surprise me if cats did start to. So.
Well, probably. You know how cats enslave humans, right?
Oh yeah, I've got a cat, so yeah, I know.
Have you? Do you know about that toxoplasmosis? Having a cat in your house is more dangerous than a 5G mast. Tail up. It's a tail up. It's got 4 legs, so it's got a stronger stance. Tail up like a 5G mast. Will go around. Toxoplasmosis. Little brainworms going in you. You're under the cat's control. Get rid of it straight away.
I'd love to get rid of it. The Wi-Fi won't let me.
Should it? Just get rid of it. Get a dog. Get a dog instead.
Snap its neck.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, do that.
I didn't say anything.
We don't condone violence against cats.
I didn't say anything.
Not on camera.
Pepper. They don't like pepper.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, put a bit of pepper down. And it will never come back.
Get the cat near some pepper. And just pepper. And then
Swift twist.
The cat will go.
Swift twist of the pepper.
Yeah.
Cats don't like cocktail shakers, do they?
Wonderful.
And cucumbers as well. Cats don't like cucumbers. So
Yeah,
put a cucumber
that's-
by the cat flap, and then the cat won't ever come back in.
Dog will eat that.
That's a great idea, actually.
Dog will
eat
They're not
anything.
idiots.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
What's your cat called?
Amidala.
Yeah, I've heard that one. Oh, that's one of the bad ones.
Yeah.
She's definitely one of the bad ones. She's evil.
They're not even a real armadillo.
Armadillo.
Exactly. Not even a real armadillo. I want to be, I'm going to sound tough like armadillo.
Armadillos. Crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside. Armadillos.
Oh, I still love that advert. Right. So before we get out of here, we've just got some quick fire, 6 questions, speed answers. Answer as quick as you can.
Is this a quiz? Is this points?
Is it quiz?
Can we do points again?
It's opinion based, so no points. You can have points between you if you want to choose a winner. Tell you what, I'll ask him. Tom decides a winner, which answers he prefers. There you go. Favorite cheese?
Cheddar.
Dog
Cheddar,
cheese.
okay.
Made out of dog milk.
All right. Tom, what would you rather eat? Cheddar cheese or dog cheese? Go on.
Definitely cheddar.
Yeah, exactly. Why would you
Vita.
want to eat dog cheese?
Dog Vita is delicious.
Dogs do. Yeah, that'd be very wrong. Dog cheese would probably be white. Mm.
Why?
Yummy.
What's wrong with dog milk?
Everything.
What do you think dogs should be weaned on human milk?
Well, not human. Maybe goat.
Dog cheese.
Dog
I'm trying to pick dog cheese puns now.
Stop pushing your human values on dogs. It's weird, man. This is how bovine spongiform encephalopathy started. Trying to make horses drink cow milk or something.
Favorite gig you've been to?
Like dog cheese. If you get it from a chihuahua, it's like
It's
it could be like hard. It's not hard. It's a
It's natural cheese.
Yeah. Bernard. Cheese from a St. Bernard. Oh, delicious. Free range mountain.
And it's Swiss.
It's like mozzarella. It's like delicious. Put it on your pizza.
I'm actually quite hungry now.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Favorite gig you've been to?
Probably Slay Duggee. I'm not sure which one, but all of them were very good. Can I tell you my favourite gig ever was at Brixton Academy, and it was Fishbone and Biohazard and Bad Brains and Dog Eat Dog, and that is the lineup for me. That's my dream lineup.
I forgot all about Dog Eat Dog.
I supported Dog Eat Dog 2 years ago in another band. It wasn't Slay Duggee, but that was quite funny.
I don't know my favourite gig of all time.
John Connor had cornrows. He's like 50 and he's got the cornrows on. There's still no fronts though, It's probably their t-shirts. Just a back.
I don't know.
Don't know. Fair
I
enough.
don't know what my favourite gig is.
Probably Eat Dirt, was it?
Yeah.
Which Eat Dirt one was the best one?
Oh, I don't know. This sold out show at the Black Heart that's available to watch on YouTube, probably.
Yeah.
The live DVD. Well, it's not the DVD.
DVD.
The live DVD that had no physical copies. That one.
What were your favourite gigs? Arno
Oh,
Core.
God.
Actually, Joe, Arno Core was one of the best ones. We love Arno Core.
So I never got to see Arno Core. I know of them. I know people that seen them. I never got to go.
Dublin Castle. They were the greatest band of all time.
There might be No Effects at 2 Days a Week festival in Slovenia.
I saw the Beastie Boys once at the ICA, which was amazing. 300
cool.
people.
Yeah.
That was well good. I saw the
Nice.
Beastie Boys twice in one day once. That was brilliant.
How'd you manage that?
It was at Festival.
Dog years.
It was a festival. They did a punk and hip hop set in the headline of the night before, and then they did a funk set, first band on the next day. So it was like 2 gigs in
That's good.
12
That's
hours.
awesome.
Did they just leave the stage set up?
No, because the,
I would've done
the,
that.
the funk sort of an instrumental, they have like different setup, don't they, with like all like carnival lights up and stuff. MCA, RIP, probably one of the saddest passings ever. The only pop star passing I care about.
So
What do you
if-
think about that, Shreddy Ruxpin? He said he passed out at the time.
He's on a K-hole.
If you could only listen to one album ever again, which one would it be?
I reckon it might be White Pony by Deftones.
Oh, what an album that
In
is.
agreement. I think White Pony's got the best 3 songs in a row ever of any album ever.
Or that, I reckon, or Iowa by Slipknot, maybe.
Oh, it's another belter.
Incredible
I'm
album.
going to be. I'm going
You
to
don't
say.
like them, do you?
No, I do like Slipknot, but I
I think Deftones White Pony is probably,
yeah, White Pony's my go-to.
It's,
But
it's more dynamic as an album. There's a bit more going on there. It's not the same fucking.
little segue. There's a certain passenger on there who sings on Lateralus, which is probably my all-time favourite, which I could
Really?
listen to forever. By Tool,
Oh,
obviously.
God.
Tool. Lateralus. It's a
I
spiral.
like to fall asleep.
It's a spiral. It's a Fibonacci sequence.
Do you know what? Do you know how I get to sleep? At
How?
night? I listen to people talk about how much they love Tool.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so unique. They're so good at music. Oh yeah, not that good. You can't put an album together that quick, can you?
Takes ages crafting all of those weird time signatures.
Oh.
And
Like,
getting Maynard.
when that new Tool album, no, because Maynard
Maynard has got 28 bands.
Maynard has always said, "I'm just waiting for them. I just have to wait for them. I'm waiting for them the whole time." And he goes, "Oh, we're recording. I've just had the tracks. I'm going to write the lyrics now." And he recorded the vocals, and the album came out.
It's Justin Chamberlain's drums take like 20 years to set up because there's so many weird little bits, like weird bits of African percussion and stuff on there.
Oh, it's self-indulgent crap.
I absolutely agree with you.
Yeah,
I don't
I've
like
never
Tool
been a fan at all.
No.
There we go. So
You got- you-
did I win that round as well then?
Your
Yeah.
brains can't comprehend the Fibonacci.
Plus
Best,
Deftones went over straight away.
best TV theme ever.
Going for gold.
I used to love that when I was younger, going for gold, weirdly.
I don't know what the best TV
The
thing
heat is on. The time is right. Is that going for gold? You don't know.
I don't remember going for gold.
I don't know, but I do think that if you put the bill at the end of anyone talking and you put the bill on, it's quite funny.
Yeah.
Edit, working, you just put the bill theme music at the end of like someone's piece the camera on. You just make everything's so much more fun. I don't know why.
Like the theme tune to Brushstrokes was good with Jacko. I don't know. Howard's Way, that was a good one.
Yeah, there's a few good ones.
Probably the A-Team though,
Oh, that's a good shout.
or Airwolf. I think they're probably like 2 of the best ones.
Oh, Red Dwarf.
Oh,
Yeah, when did they update the music? Was it seriously so annoying?
Rubbish.
Yeah, I think Red Dwarf's pretty good. I don't know. One of those things we said.
I'm definitely going to try the bill out where people start talking to me now. That'll be absolutely amazing.
We used to do gigs with a band called Bum Gravy, who
What?
were
That's such a shit name. That's not the worst name.
well, Bum Gravy were Melody Maker's favourite band ever. In the last issue of Melody Maker, it was all about Bum Gravy, about how they were the best band ever. And they used to have the bill as a sample in one of their songs. So
Yeah.
there you go. Bum Gravy.
Mm.
Good Essex band, that, Bum Gravy. Yeah, it's lethal.
I know. You know what a good Essex band is?
What's that?
There's, just recently, a big like resurgence of Essex hardcore bands from my mate's podcast, Then and Now podcast. So if you guys are into UK hardcore,
Yeah.
there's a podcast called Then and Now, and he's basically revisiting all the old Essex hardcore bands like Understand, Stands to Reason,
Depeche Mode.
Above All, which they were signed to Roadrunner.
Dr. Feelgood.
Dr. Feelgood. But yeah, so yeah, you should definitely check that out. Any listeners that are actually into hardcore, then check that out. But Understand just re-released their first album on vinyl, and it cost me 30 quid because they only shipped from Germany.
Wow.
They could have just brought it around.
Wow.
My wife used to live with one of them. Yeah, I had to get it from Germany. But yeah,
What was the question? What's the most expensive vinyl you've bought
yeah,
recently?
it's that. Yeah.
Art Attack or Mr. Maker?
Art Attack.
One of my friends used to draw out the pencil lines for Neil Buchanan for his big Art Attack things. That's a little TV secret.
Really?
I feel like you just smashed on my childhood.
Even at standard definition, you could
Yeah,
see
you
the
can see
pencil.
it.
Yeah.
They released it on 4K.
Yeah.
The whole
It's like a
artifice is
thick
gone.
line. It looks like
Neil-
it's done in Sharpie.
Exactly, yeah. Neil Buchanan. The
Or
man's a
Banksy.
fraud. Well, he is, yeah, isn't he? Yeah.
He's Banksy.
Well, no one's ever seen Neil Buchanan and Banksy in the same room.
Yeah.
I love
Well,
the fact if you
yeah.
go on Neil Buchanan's website, literally the first thing it says is Neil Buchanan is not Banksy.
How often do you go on there?
I tried to contact him to get him on as a guest.
Oh, okay.
Have
yeah.
you heard Mason, his metal band?
Yes,
Nope.
I heard them years ago though.
Yeah, they played the Cliffs Pavilion in Southend, and I went to see them, and they were not very enjoyable, and I left. Once you'd seen Neil Buchanan shredding on a neon guitar, you're like, oh, wow, you can play guitar. Right, okay.
I'm
Oh,
out of
here's a
it.
picture, you knobhead.
Tom and Jamie, best Buchanan, Mitch or Neil?
Oh, Mitch.
Who's Mitch Buchanan?
Baywatch.
He ran around in slow motion with CJ.
Oh, David Hasselhoff, isn't it?
David Hasselhoff and Baywatch.
Okay, yeah, I didn't watch Baywatch.
Some people stand
yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't
that's
know,
the best
no.
TV theme.
Yeah.
That's the best. TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people stand in the darkness. Step into the light. Some people want to help somebody.
I think so. Yeah.
I'll be there.
Brilliant. Play us out with that.
We will.
Yeah.
Done.
We'll run slow motion down the Southend beach.
Yeah. Our lipsticks flapping in the wind.
Putting out, really scratching the camera
It
lens.
is very cold outside. Maybe we'll be flat.
Oh, right, last one. As we already touched him on earlier. In the kids show Bing,
Oh, who's
Disgusting.
we touched on him, not touched him. In the kids show Bing, what the hell is flop?
He's
Well, do you think Mark Rylance in the bedroom with his wife shouts, "Come on, Flop"?
I do now.
dead.
Yeah. Is he? Oh, yeah, but the guy from that other program took over, didn't he?
Yeah.
What's
Oh,
he
yeah, they
called?
changed the voice, didn't they?
Yeah. What was the guy with the
Flop is clearly Bing's carer, right?
I don't
Apparently.
know. He's being slave, isn't he?
Oh god, he's got the patience of a saint.
Well, it's a bit like Kim Jong Il. You know, like if you were his slave, you just have to do whatever, like go to the
Sure,
thing and be
yeah.
like, "Oh, Kim Jong
Oh,
Il,
boom,
you dropped
you
your
break
ice
the
cream."
Oh, he locked himself in the cupboard at the shop. Stolen.
Oh, you're putting things under my fingernails. Oh.
A saint is what Flop is.
He's a saint. Well, to be fair, it's probably pretty accurate because I would have killed Bing by now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, with the salt and pepper.
Yes. I would have made salt and pepper, bit of margaritas, you know.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Drop kick.
What is Bing?
Bing's a rabbit, isn't he?
Did you put salt on him like a slug?
No, but you could probably cook him in a pie.
Yeah, exactly.
Mr. Todd would do it, and Peter Rabbit, wouldn't he? He'd get that rabbit. He's not as cunning as Peter.
Wonderful. Guys, thank you so much for coming on. Before we get out of it, is there any plugs, any social medias you want everyone to go to and whatnot?
At Slay Duggee.
Yeah, Slay Duggee. But the really important thing is to this charity gig
Yeah,
at the
definitely.
Hotbox on the 25th of October, 2 p.m. tune in. We're going to raise more money than Live Aid. So probably like 500 quid, 600 quid would be wicked. Like, Angus needs a lot of money. He's already raised 100,000, which is pretty amazing.
Oh, wow, that's incredible.
So, he has to have a lot of special treatment. Angus didn't have a pulse for 30 minutes. He's an absolute legend.
Yeah.
He's
a little gangster, man.
he's the most heavy metal person ever. Imagine having no pulse for 30 minutes and still being
It's
rock.
crazy.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure Ozzy Osbourne's probably done that.
Yes.
Probably.
Ozzy Osbourne wasn't in a lay-by on the A120 in Essex. So, he's probably in a posh hotel somewhere. So, that's wicked. Tune into that. Team Angus, make some donations. I'm going to see if we can get a screen so people can send us messages. So, send us like dog messages and stuff.
Yeah.
And
we can all go, look at the amount of ball crawl balls you've got in there.
Yeah.
We will count them individually if anyone wants.
Yeah.
Every pound that's donated, maybe we'll get like a totalizer, like a church.
Yeah, what we
church
should.
totalizer.
How much do those balls cost to rent?
I can't say. We're sponsored by Ball Mania, who have done a very, very good deal.
Oh, I was going to say, let's auction off the balls. one by one.
Well, I'm sure they're not going to count them individually back into the warehouse.
Yeah,
Ball
but
Mania,
they probably
so
watch
maybe we
the
can.
live set, won't they?
We've probably got to wipe them each down individually as well afterwards. We've had
Just take them to the car wash.
Or Ricky Bow Wow just stands there going, what the hell is a ball crawl ball?
In a convertible. If we get a convertible with a jacuzzi at the back, like a limo with a jacuzzi,
We don't even
fill it up with ball crawl, go through the car wash.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Have a car mosh. Get the Ozzy Osbourne can play drums in the thing. That'd be wicked.
Sorted.
That's the next music video sorted.
Yeah, so we'll come to Cheltenham next year.
Yeah, I'll be there for that.
Have words. Yeah, we were supposed to play at Birmingham as well. This is what is annoying, the catspiracy thing we've been talking about. We were due to come up to Birmingham as well, which is going to be amazing. But next, I think soon we'll announce some gigs in Milton Keynes and stuff. So that's the nearest you're going to get.
Okay.
Well, as soon as you're anywhere this end, I'll definitely be coming. Because
we've got to play.
Milton Keynes is pretty close to Birmingham, really, isn't it?
It is.
Sure?
Yeah.
It is.
It is. Yeah.
I'm not one for geography, but no, I've been following you guys for a while now, so I'll be there.
35, 60, 40 miles to Birmingham.
Well, it's just not in Essex, is it? Like, 10 minutes to Birmingham, Milton Keynes. I don't know.
I don't know.
Get an Uber.
Sorted.
Wonderful.
Just drop a pin. Ricky Bow Wow drop a pin. Jamie turn up.
Sorted. I'll be there.
We'll let you have one of our sticks from the rider. It'd be amazing.
Wonderful. Guys, thank you so much for coming on. It's really appreciated.
It's been a lot of fun. Thank you
It's
for having
been,
us.
It's been a lot of fun.
Guys. And Tom, how far does your beard stretch? Can you get it to Jamie?
No.
You can't get
Unfortunately
it to
not.
Jamie. Is that not how you communicate?
I thought that beard went under down there and then up into his beard.
Around into the,
I shouldn't have given the game away, should I? I should have stayed like that for the whole time. Just.
Can we do a screen grab before we go?
How do I do that?
Push cam.
We can put on our Instagram, can't we?
Oh,
Amazing.
sick, yeah, that'd be
Awesome.
amazing.
At Slay Duggee.
Wait, how do I?
And we're waiting.
I'm trying to
Maybe
do.
like Jamie's got the technology to it. Come on, Jamie. Give it.
You want me to do it?
Guys.
I'm trying to do a screen grab. How do I do a screen grab?
Oh. This is what happens when you get dogs with technology. Most Apple things are made for human hands, not paws. So, it just takes a little while. It's just mashing at the keyboard.
So I don't know where print screen is on an Apple.
Command Shift 3.
Here we go. Come on, Shift 3. Ready?
Done.
Here we go. Throw up your horns, guys.
Wait.
Oh, look. Yeah.
Well, I've done like 7.
Hey,
Well,
there we go.
Beautiful.
Thanks,
Amazing.
guys. What's the name of the podcast?
You'll be going. We're rebranding in a couple of weeks, so the show you'll be on is called Chronicles.
Actually, you fool.
It's called what?
It'll be
USUK
called Chronicles.
Chronicles. Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
We're
What was
rebranding.
it called USUK before?
It's still USUK. It's the
USUK's the name of the
whole
network.
channel. Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah.
Because there's 3 shows. Our current show is called Superhero Bar Fight, but it's a bit nichey, so we're changing it.
Chronicles. All right. Big up the Chronicles.
Yeah. Appreciate it, boys. Thank you so much. Or dogs,
Thanks so much.
pooches, or whatever. Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Cheers,
it's been a lot of
guys. See you
fun.
later.
Cheers, guys.
Take it easy. See you later.
Find all this great content and more at the USUK Podcast Network.